Broadcasting now. And funded entirely by change found at the back of a sofa. Ooh. It's Norm and the Fringe.
I think you should.
Yeah. Our theme music. There we are.
These are still creaky.
They are. They can't not be. Even if these go wrong, the next pair
will be creaky.
I'm going to see to it myself.
Awesome.
Greetings. Welcome to. Are we calling this episode 1 or are we calling it episode 7 with a massive gap?
I think we should just start from the beginning. Episode 1.
Episode 1. It's Norm and the
pilot.
Fringe.
This is the pilot.
I'm Andy Liversidge, also known as Norm.
And I'm Kirsty Liversidge, also known as The Fringe.
So we should probably start by saying our nicknames, where we got our nicknames from.
Yeah.
Mine's just a nickname that some friends gave me years and years ago.
You don't really know the origin of it.
I do, but the origin is not anywhere near as good as the mystery. Does that make sense?
Okay, so we'll just leave you as Norm the Mystery.
So I'll just be Norm the Mystery.
Okay.
And yours?
I don't really know. I think it came from you, actually. It's sort of a running joke for a long time with a lot of people as well, because I'm constantly changing my hairstyle, and I had a fringe, and then within about a week or two of having a fringe, I'm like, I'm just going to grow it out again. And I end up with bangs. And then we get to the point where it's almost straight hair at the front. It's actually gone into my hair again. And then I'm like, I might have a fringe. And I'm just constantly, this fringe just won't leave me alone. I have a fringe. And I had a fringe when we first sort of had this idea of Norm and the Fringe. And in that time, I've had 3 fringes since
they've been
the whole production process, which is hilarious. And I swear down now I'm not having a fringe again.
At some point, but the fringe will stay.
It will return. The fringe will probably return, but the name is kind of just stuck. So that's I think it's hair. You'll either see my hair colour change. You've probably seen it in the little daft production video that we did as well. My hair changed about 3 times. So I'm a bit experimental with my hair.
That's all right. That's not a bad thing.
No,
don't you worry.
No.
So here we are. Look, actually, we'll start as we mean to go on as well with the fact that we're going to be either recording this part. We're going to be doing one every week, and we're going to be doing it either sometimes in an evening, sometimes on a weekend when we chill. But either way, we're doing it in a very chilled and very relaxed way. Hence, hoodie, tracky bottoms.
I just felt like it today.
This is it. This is what we've got to do. Just keep this vibe.
Yeah.
Keep this feel.
Sometimes I might want to just throw something different on. It's as much like my hair. Just change with the wind.
That's it. So we'll see. So now that's out of the way. Greetings and welcome to Norm the Fringe, the podcast.
Yay!
It's our weekly catch up over tea and biscuits or juice, because it's boiling in here tonight and I'm already going red-faced.
Yeah, it's quite warm.
Interesting. So we've agreed that we're going to episode 1. Thanks for joining us for our first one. We're pleased to have you popping round and be part of the journey. Really.
It's going to be good. It could go either way. It could be amazing, or it could just be shockingly bad.
We'll see. We'll just develop it. We don't really know what we're doing. We're just going to have a laugh with it.
Yeah.
Our topic this week is our time machine moments.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Have you got yours planned and got yours?
Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about this. Yes.
We've only been planning recording for about a fortnight. So
yes. Just give me a second to get these back up, because I did actually write them down. I'm just going to use my phone.
That's fine.
I completely forgot.
Well, that's all right, because before you do that, we'll lead on to. I know we're jumping the gun a bit. We'll get a running order and we'll get this sorted. But leading on to next week, we're going to talk about names, and the reason we're going to talk about names, and now we've done introductions, is that Liversidge. It's a name I've had all my life. It's a name you've recently acquired.
About a year now.
How do you find having the surname of Liversidge?
A nightmare. A total night. I'm not going to lie. I love the fact that I married you. I love that. You know, we've been together 10 years. Been married a year. Love it. I hate the surname. I can't tell you how annoying it's been. Everybody's misspelt it, mispronounced it. It's not... I know it's a bit lengthy, but it's not massive. You know,
it's fairly
like
phonetic.
Liversidge. So if you break it down, it's Liversidge. It sounds exactly how you'd write it. So I can't quite understand how we've had like posts and stuff that says River's Edge and Riverside and Riverside. It's a completely different thing.
Well, yesterday I got a voicemail.
Right.
A call from a utility company. Good news, we're having some new meters fitted.
Okay.
And this was a reminder that to check the appointment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've edited it slightly because it's the full voicemail.
Okay.
So I've just cropped it and I've took the lady's name out and company and stuff. But I just wanted you to have a listen to this and see what you think to this. Hopefully it'll come through all right. I did test this earlier, so it'll play all right, I think.
Okay.
First new message received yesterday at 5:53 p.m.
Good evening. This is a message for Mr. Andrew.
Ready?
Live sizes. Live sizes.
Live sizes?
My name is Mary calling from team. I'm calling with regards to a letter or email you should have received about the changing of your gas and electricity meters to smart meters. We have an appointment booked in for the 11th
Oh, my phone's just closed off.
of October.
Well done.
Is she sure? Are you certain? Is it?
For the 11th of October between 12
Oh, it is.
and 4 p.m.
Is this for real?
Yes.
Is this not like one of those wind-up things?
No, this is a legit voicemail from the company saying I've had the email. I've rearranged the appointment
So
today.
what did she call you?
I'll find it again. Let me turn it up.
This is ridiculous.
53 p.m.
Good evening. This is a message for Mr. Andrew. Live sizes. Live sizes. My name is Mary calling from-
Live-sided. Live-sided? There's not even an N in it. What's she reading? Is she on drugs?
I don't know.
Liverside? That's the worst one. That is by far the worst one. Liversidon? Liversidon?
Live-sidon?
I don't even know.
Not the foggiest. We'll get into the topic in a second.
Talky bits and shoddy bits galore. This is Norm and the Fringe.
Right. So we'll talk about names next week. Look for the
Yep.
post on social media. We'll put that up. We'll get your comments. And as we have with this week's topic, which is time travel moments.
Yeah. I
And
vaguely remember what I told myself. I
Good.
kind of sort of left a note, but then kind of just said, note to self, finish this note, and never did. So,
Good work.
yeah, that's great.
Organisation. That's what we like.
I'm doing well.
So,
I'm just going to shift and get comfy.
okay, have a shuffle.
Oh
That's it.
dear, I'm
Not the
knocking the bloody
drinks
table
over.
over now. Oh my god. Right.
Do you want to go? Shall I go first then? While you think? Oh,
No.
are you
I
ready?
think I've got them. Now, what are we doing? Are we doing like, how many are we doing again? 3 each?
I think I've done 3.
Yeah, I think I did. I can't remember any others if
Yeah.
there is. So, should we do like one each, sort of back and forth, maybe?
Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that, and then we'll interject with some comments from Facebook and social media and things that other people have said.
Okay. Well, I'm sort of the first one. I think I'll use would be like the furthest back in time. I think.
So this is if you could pick any moment in time to travel back to
Yeah.
witness with your own
Yeah.
eyes. What would you choose? and maybe why would you choose it?
Yeah. I don't know which one to start with. I think I'd start with, like if you could go back to the area that you live in, kind of brought up in, that sort of thing, which happens to be the area we're in. I'm sort of, I'm living back where I was brought up as a child and stuff. I'd like to go back to the time that it was almost like a bit like a settlement type thing. Like when it was just starting up and they were starting to build it.
All right, yeah.
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see the land and how it was before it started becoming modern.
Right, kind of right at its beginning of
very
becoming what
beginning.
It is.
Sort of. Like a settlement type thing. Sort of really, really early stages. I know full well that the area that we're in was sort of very woodland. I think there was a small farm, and that was about it. So I'd like to kind of go back to that point when it was just like, I think it's about 12 houses and a farm, and just kind of see what they're doing and how they lived, and sort of try and make sense that, that field is now like my shop, or that bit of area there's where we live now. So I don't know, I think it's kind of interesting.
Stand on the bit of ground and you go,
this is my house.
My house is here.
Yeah,
it's cool. That.
Yeah.
I've thought of similar for that one for from where I'm from, because I'd like, but not just to visit once. It's kind of cheating on bending on the thing, but kind of to go to it at the beginning and then maybe hop every 100 years.
Yeah, see, I'd quite like to do that with mine, yeah.
It'd be good if you could almost see it in a fast forward, so you stood in it.
And if you saw it like every 10 years or something, that would be really cool.
Would there be a lot of change, though?
I think they would.
Do you think because it happens around us, we don't notice it as much, whereas if we
Well, if you think back 10 years ago, I think we all still had mobile phones that were bricks. I don't think anybody would have thought that they could send an email from the phone. 10 years ago, maybe a little bit more. I suppose there's a lot happened in 10 years. We've come a long way in like medical science and stuff in the last sort of 5. So I think probably like 10 years would be a good. I think it'd be interesting as well because you could see it actually happening as opposed to like. I don't know. I think it'd be a longer fast forward.
Yeah.
You kind of get to see them really grow, because I reckon every 10 years you'd probably get the houses dilapidating and they'd have to keep rebuilding them, and you kind of seeing them grow each 10 years, which would be quite interesting.
And there'd be subtle things as well, like you'd see perhaps when the houses were built and then your next door neighbour, and you'd kind of look and you'd think, oh, like 20 years ago their front door were red, and now it's blue, and you're like, oh. Or you're looking, I can't. Why did they paint the room that colour?
Yeah, that's quite good.
Cars would be quite an interesting one to see develop.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like a 10-year mark as well, you'd see a lot of different changes there.
You would, because if you just look back at say cars from the mid to late 80s now, they're a lot different.
Absolutely. So I reckon, particularly as well, if you look at the 10 years of you look at the decades as well, particularly when you get into like the 60s, 70s, 80s. There's a lot of change there in just 10 years, isn't there?
Yeah, a lot.
So I would have done it in that way anyway. But it's your time machine, whatever.
10 years, 100 years,
50 years.
In fact, make it every 17, just because it's not a round number.
Yeah. Okay, that's totally not.
Go with the flow.
Awkward. So my second one is bit of a guilty pleasure, actually. I think it's more just like a bit of a social thing that I'd just want to be there to witness, and it would be to be in the crowd at Live Aid in 1985.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That would be
because
amazing.
It's I think it predominantly to see Queen. It's a massive fan of Queen. That's sort of my mum's fault for that. Both my parents are big Queen people, and they really love Queen. But my mum is just obsessed. So I'd like to be there. I think she saw them live as they were before Freddie Mercury died. She sort of saw them in like a one man and his dog kind of band thing when they were first starting out.
Wow.
I think she said there was about 15, 20 people, and it was like a village hall thing, and they played. And he threw a silk scarf at her or something. She caught it and she kept it. And then I think it got lost when they moved house, because they moved house a lot when she was younger, and she lost it. So I would kind of be like, I wish I'd have seen them, because, I mean, you can see them now, but it's not the same. And I thought it's a bit of and I'd love to get a time machine and like go back to that point just to see him at I think it's probably one of the finest performances they ever did, and particularly as well, it was quite a good run live. That Live Aid that year was pretty good as well. I think there was Quo that was following them as well. So there was quite a lot of good artists. I think it would be like the gig of a lifetime to go to. So I think I'd just love. I don't even have to be at the front. I could be way at the back looking on a big screen, but just be there. That would be great.
Just to feel the atmosphere of it.
Yeah, because I don't think you can ever recreate that. So I think that would be my second. It's not really particularly of historical brilliance, but it's more of a guilty pleasure.
No,
so
that'd be amazing.
That'd be my second.
Shall we have a comment from? Let's have this one from Laura. Hi, Laura. Hello. Thank you for commenting. My personal experience would be to go back to my school days and actually stick it out this time.
Oh, Laura. Babes.
I'm sure you were fine. I'm sure you did what you could. Yeah. And this is interesting. Also, the resurrection of Jesus. She says, although I'm not a firm believer, he's one of the most significant people ever, and to see that would be really cool.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, that's quite cool. It's quite a bit of an in-depth sort of thought there, isn't it? That's quite a cool one.
And then flipping it back to on a completely different tangent, she went, and dinosaurs, of course.
Yes, that's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool.
Brilliant. We've got a couple more comments as well. Shall I give you my first one?
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I thought you just did your first one. I
haven't done one yet.
You were on about that diving round decades thing. I thought that was your first one.
Oh no, I was just joining in with your conversation.
Oh. And here's me just jumping on. Well, here's my second. I thought you'd done. Why didn't you say something?
Cheers.
Do you know? You'll rabbit too much.
Guilty as charged, Your Honour.
Go on, give me your first one then, or your second one. You're getting four now. You're getting four.
I don't want to
ridiculous.
now.
You're
I'm
cheating.
Sulk.
Well, I'll tell you my third then, because clearly this is my show and I'm just talking away and you're not getting involved. And I've just hit my mic and now everything's gone wrong.
Are you pleased with what you've... I can't get off shot.
That awkward moment where you can't quite get off shot.
Can't lean off shot. Go on, briefly. I'll give you my first one.
You have to give it a brief. I'm not dictating to you. I'm just saying. Oh wait, this is gonna go down when cameras go off. I'm just saying. You ain't seen the sulk yet until you've seen mine. Go on, darling. Tell the people your choices.
My first choice required of me to be in kind of two places at once, because I would have loved to.
You're being awkward now, I think, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm going to jump around the decades. I'm going to be two people at the once. I'm just going to change the whole fabric of time so I can see a leaf grow. Sorry, go on.
Oh, yeah, I can understand what kind of mood you're in tonight, madam.
I'm sorry. Go on. No, I'm interested. I'm really interested. Stop.
I thought it'd be really cool to be on the ground for the launch of Apollo 11 for the moon landings.
Oh, yeah.
So this is back to 1969.
Okay.
To see it launch.
Yeah.
But equally, I would have liked to have been there to witness the moon landing. We're not getting into the conspiracy theory stuff. No.
I'm not going to.
Don't.
No.
I know you'd think of that.
No, that's quite cool.
But I thought that'd be really good.
Yeah.
To see both parts.
You could do both parts, because if you timed the time machine to be sort of, you could see it as it sets off, and then you could jump in your time machine and it will take you back a couple of seconds so you can be on it when it goes.
Brilliant. We've got a time machine. Anything's possible. I haven't thought of that.
Oh, okay.
It's great.
Okay. Do you want to say your second one and then we'll do some more comments then? Then we're even, because I feel like it's just tilted that way and I don't like it.
Okay, we'll redress the balance. This one is quite brief because it's a very simple thing, and it goes further back than the moon landings. But I
Right.
was thinking to go back to October the 31st, 1941, and see the completion of Mount Rushmore.
Oh, that's a good one.
So the last person, you know, because he's up there on his ladder. Look, I'm showing you.
Yeah.
So he's up there on
Is
his
this
ladder.
this is what's happening? Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
what's
This is
happening.
exactly what
This
you're
is
doing
Mount
right now.
Rushmore here, right?
Yeah, it looks like you're playing 1 potato, 2 potato with yourself, but okay.
I'm doing the Macarena. So he's up there with his chisel on his scaffolding.
Right.
Or his rope, whatever they used, I don't know. Didn't research it that much. And he's just gone tink, 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 tink. Finished.
Or if there's anything like you'll just keep going back, going chink. Chink, chink. No, delete that bit. Put it back on again.
He'll go back to the ground and look up and go, I don't like his nose. And then back up.
I think that's quite good.
So that was my second one.
No, that's
to go
good.
back to
That's good.
1941.
I like that one.
And the completion of Mount Rushmore.
Okay, so shall I do we got John. John said definitely England winning the World Cup in 1966, which that's definite one.
Great choice.
I would have loved to have seen that in person and experienced that kind of elation, which apparently the atmosphere was absolutely buzzing.
Can only
So
imagine.
if I remember rightly, I mean, I'm shocking this because I don't really remember much of this stuff. I mean, obviously I wasn't even born, but I'm just saying, like, from history and stuff like that, I'm a bit rubbish at football. Wasn't it like a really sort of, didn't they just completely turn it around at the last minute or something? Was it a sort of it was kind of going a bit all over, because I remember they did a programme not long ago about it, and everybody, like, some people actually left before we won, and everybody was like, I left.
People do that. Why do people do that at football matches? Why do they leave with 15 minutes to go?
I don't know, because anything can happen in 15 minutes.
What are you doing?
Anything that can happen in 10 years. 15 minutes is out.
Absolutely.
I don't know. That's a really good one, though. I like that one.
That's a great
that's
comment.
really
Yeah,
cool.
thanks for that one. That's brilliant.
Yeah, so what's the plan here now? You talk me through it, because clearly I'm just running away with myself.
The plan, in all honesty, the plan is I don't have a plan.
Okay.
This one is just to get the ball rolling. We've come on, we'll have a chat, we'll talk about the stuff,
Okay.
and then we'll go and have a tea.
See, my third one is a bit like, it gets a bit weird, my third one. It gets a bit weird. Things get weird.
I'll play a jingle,
Okay.
and then you can talk about your third one.
I'm trying to get it in my head. I
Okay.
need to sneeze.
I'll put your mics down while the jingle plays.
Appreciate that, thanks. Okay.
Norm and the Fringe. Available to listen whenever you want at normandthefringe.com.
It really doesn't matter if it's raining or it's fine, just as long as you've got time to PLAY. Play away, way, play away, play away.
Norm and the Fringe. Listen to it, enjoy it anytime.
Well, that was fun.
It was. Did you
I
sneeze?
started sneezing, it's stuck. It's just there.
That was a 30-second jingle.
I can't sneeze on command.
Why?
Do you know?
Oh.
You're getting right on my paps today, yo.
How Yorkshire were you then?
I am Yorkshire. Oh my god. Right.
So I don't know. It's Norm on the Fringe, the podcast. Andy and Kirsty, hi.
Hi.
We're talking time travel moments
We are.
for this our inaugural episode,
What's inaugural mean?
the first.
Okay. Well, we could have just said first, but okay. You know, for people like me that are a bit stupid.
Okay.
You're trying to be clever here, aren't you? You're so clever. That's what I like about you.
It's one of the many things I'm sure.
Learn me big words. Edumacation.
That's it.
Yep.
What were
Really
you going to
nasally
do?
now. I don't know. I was
Tell
going
your
to.
third one.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. A 30-second jingle was too long. You see, it's kind of messed me up. So my third one gets a bit weird. Gets a little bit weird.
Oh dear.
Okay.
What is it?
What it is well, it's not. I think we start going into like aliens.
All right.
Aliens. You know, I've got this absolute fascination. I always have done from being really small. Ancient Egypt.
Yes.
Absolutely obsessed with it as a kid. My nan and granddad went to Egypt, brought me some stuff back. I was absolutely besotted with it. I was amazed by it. They've got this cabinet full of stuff. It's like, it's amazing. And every time something's on the TV or something, I'm trying to watch something that I haven't learned yet about it. Because everything I could find about this, I was just like, I need to find this out. I kind of want to be there to see them build the pyramids. Because I'm one of these people that does not believe that they did it.
Okay.
So I want to be there watching them carry them big, stupendously big rock things, bricks, stone
rocks.
things. They did that with a pulley system. We cannot even recreate that now with all modern day technology and all our machinery and everything. So either they were ridiculously strong people, which would be fascinating to watch, or aliens. That's all I'm saying. And equally in that time, you said you kind of got that. What the hell are you doing? You're doing
Trying to
yoga.
do aliens.
And get the ball. And you push it. And you push it away.
Fire hydrant. Bang.
Okay. I'm a bit scared now.
DDP. Shout out to DDP.
You said you wanted to do the whole thing where you split yourself into two places.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to spend a little bit of time in ancient Egypt to watch the pyramids being built, and equally to witness the Sphinx losing its nose.
That's an interesting one. Does anybody know how it happened?
I can't remember his name. It'll be somewhere in my mind. But
We'll call him Bob.
he was the ruler of Egypt at one point.
Oh, his name wouldn't have been Bob then, would it?
You finished. He was the ruler of Egypt or something, and everybody, all the local people that lived there, and other Egyptians would travel from afar to worship the Sphinx. They thought it was like this amazing thing. They would offer food to it and that sort of thing to protect it and all that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy didn't like that they were worshipping this statue and not him. So he decided to deface it. So he actually got somebody to knock its nose off. And it subsequently led to his death, funnily enough.
Oh dear.
He died shortly after, I think that's right.
That's strange.
So the Sphinx wasn't happy about that.
Yeah.
And its nose has never come back on because they were all terrified to touch it. So they were like, leave it as it is.
Is that why they didn't repair? I've always wondered why they never bothered to repair
apparently
it.
I thought it was because they didn't quite know how to do it, because once a nose comes off, how are you supposed to stick it back on? Like they wouldn't have had the things. But apparently a lot of them as well, they just wouldn't touch it. They were like, we're not going to disrespect it again, we're just going to leave it, but we're still going to worship it with no nose to kind of honour it, and that's what happened. So that's basically why the Sphinx hasn't got a nose. So I'd like to see it with a nose, and then maybe witness it being defaced or something. I think that would be quite interesting to watch.
Brilliant.
So they're mine.
Do you know what? I could
I
really.
strongly believe aliens.
We could just do a podcast on you and ancient Egypt, because I love listening to you talk about this stuff.
I like it. I've got a really good interest in it, but there's like the names and stuff and some of the dates and stuff I can't remember, so I'd have to really get some information in front of me. But I feel certain that's it. But I will check that, and then next episode we'll double check why the Sphinx didn't have a nose. But I feel certain it's that. It's kind of stuck in my head from somewhere. So
That's brilliant.
those are my three.
There we are. Norm The Fringe, entertaining, informative, and fun.
Edumacation.
Yeah, excellent.
Mm.
And do we have any more comments about the time travel moments from others?
Yeah. Oh, this is quite sweet. I've got one from Pete. And he says there's so many to choose from. Just for the sheer joy, any Christmas Eve between me being aged 5 to 10, which is quite sweet.
Oh.
Go back on your own timeline. That's lovely.
Oh, that's nice.
As regard to world events, the VE Day has to be a good contender.
That's a good one as well.
That's really
So
good.
Is that a secondary suggestion from Pete?
Yes, yeah. So he's
VE
kind of
Day.
gave his own timeline and
Little
then a bit of a
personal.
historic one.
I
I'd
like
love to go
that.
back on my own timeline. That's a really good idea.
It's really cool because I had a couple of conversations about this leading up to putting it up as a topic, and somebody, said they were the only person that ever even mentioned this, but they said, would you go back to your own birth?
Ooh.
Now I'm not saying like
They're at business end.
business end. No, I love how you were thinking exactly the same thing as me.
No,
But it's how we put it. This was Matt, I think. Oh, thanks for this input, actually, Matt. But he said, in your life, it's kind of the biggest occasion, the biggest event
Well,
in
it's
your
like your
life,
own big
because
bang,
it's the
isn't it?
start of your life, yeah. Which I thought that was a really
Yeah.
interesting take on it, because everybody else was doing kind of like we did with historical events and things.
yeah.
And Matt thought of that, and I thought that was quite
I
cool.
find that a little bit sailing close to the wind there. It's a bit timey-wimey that. You could be careful. What if you're in the corridor outside just thinking, I'm just going to hear me cry. That's what I want to do. And then somebody goes, oh, good, a doctor. I need you in here. And then you end up stuck in the room and you're like, oh my God, I shouldn't be here. And you might have to be the nurse that, I don't know, gets the little snot bubbles out of you or something, and you'll be giving you, and you're like, oh, I can't do this.
Oh,
what
come on.
what happens then?
That's amazing.
You don't want to get caught up in that. That's sailing a bit too close to the wind for me.
That's wow. I've never
Yeah.
If you could do it and not be seen, though.
Yeah,
if you could do it and not be seen.
If you
it'd be
could
quite
do it and
good.
not be seen, that's great. But you know, like say for example, if you just land with your time machine, you're like, right, it's for me to be there to witness my own birth. I've got to at least hear me cry. I've got to be around somewhere. So I'm going to be outside the door. And what if somebody says, like, oh, you're a friend or a relative, we need some help. And they pull you in. You're like, no, I don't want to go in. And it's, I don't know, I'm a bit funny with time travel. I don't, you know, it's not even, we can't even do it. But I've got this thing in my head that you shouldn't, it's the butterfly effect, isn't it? You shouldn't.
Yeah.
Bit close for me. I think if I was somewhere like, I don't know, I could, I don't know, witness it from afar or something, I guess. But I don't know how you do that with your own birth. If I could watch them bring me home from the hospital or something, you know, that's that, you're in a car park or something, you just see them.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think past family should see you, because that might affect their decision on past you. It's all getting a bit much, this. You know, the best way to describe it is, you know, like Back to the Future.
Yes, yeah.
Like, I can't understand how he's met his mother and she doesn't think later on in the current timeline, oh, that looks like Calvin Klein. I don't get that.
Bit of a plot hole there.
I don't understand. Because in the current time, she'd be like, that looks like the guy that I fancied in high school. That's my son. It's just a bit weird. I don't get it. So I
No,
think
it is.
if you affect your own timeline, it's going to like mess it up a bit. But that's just me. We've just gone straight into the wormhole there, haven't we? Right
Well,
down the
thanks for
rabbit
joining
hole.
us this week.
Sorry.
great.
So you put time travel in front of me, it was going to go wrong.
Yes, no, that's it is that kind of topic, I have to
Yeah.
say.
Any more comments, or are you going to do your third?
I'll do my final one if you want.
Yeah.
And it's a relatively obvious choice, but I think its connotations were massive, and that's the fall of the Berlin Wall.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because I've seen...
Is that when David Hasselhoff was performing?
The Hoff was there.
I just knew yours would have a Hoff in it.
You've stolen my end comment.
I'm so sorry. I just thought, I'm sorry, I'm ruining yours so much. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, it's well within my lifetime. In fact, it's just within your lifetime, 1989.
But what month?
November.
Oh my gosh, I was here.
You were here. You had been created. So
I was watching myself from the car park.
Look at that nice little boat. He's having a lot of fun out there in his little dinghy. That's what they call them, you know, sailing dinghy.
You're listening to Norm and the Fringe.
and watching, if you're on YouTube, because we're doing videos as well.
Where we are.
Yes, it's very good.
We're so all over these videos.
So yes, so that was my final one then, the fall of the Berlin Wall.
I like
I'd like to
that.
have witnessed that in
I
person.
like that. That's cool.
Really good.
That's cool.
And the half was there. Thanks for that, by the way. Thank you. Thanks again. Thank you. Right. Last couple of comments, and then we'll round off for this week. We'll not go too far this week.
We're not going to go too far. We've already gone down the rabbit hole a couple of times, haven't we?
It's a bit of a test. We're finding our feet, so we might be a little bit what's the word? A little bit clunky, maybe.
A little bit clunky. Shoddy. Got a lot of things going on. You know, we've got technical stuff. I feel certain the studio is haunted.
Quite possibly.
I feel really weird in here.
It's strange.
So
Little flickers appearing on the cameras and stuff. Never mind. Hi, thank you for joining us.
Bit weird.
It's not filmed in front of a studio audience.
Bloody is. Have you seen these figures over here? I feel like I've got a crowd. Your wrestling figures. They're just everywhere.
There's only 50 or so. I don't know what your problem is.
All the tiny little eyes looking at me. Okay, so I've got a comment from Paul. Hey, Paul. I don't know what that was. I have no idea. Hi, Paul.
You dehydrated?
I think I am actually. Paul says to see the Wright brothers take flight. So, like their first flight, watch them take off. Wright brothers.
Very good.
And
very good.
He's kind of gone a bit more of like the biblical thing again, actually, because we've got and to see Noah and his ark. Because technically that is quite a spectacle.
Well, yes, it would be. 2 of
every animal. That's quite cool.
I presume Paul means he would want to be on the ark, because if you're not on the ark...
He might be on a dinghy.
He'll
be in his little dinghy, watching. Thank you. He'll be in his dinghy.
Great connection back to the jingle.
Yeah.
I totally appreciate that. And Laura, who we mentioned earlier, Laura has all her family. Bless her. Thanks, Laura. Love it. And Laura's mum says she would have liked to have been there when women got the right to vote.
That's awesome. You see, now if we'd have done like a top 5, that would have been in my...
Would that have been in your top 5?
Definitely, yeah. That's awesome.
That's brilliant.
I'd either watch the suffragette march, or I would like to, like Laura's mum, be there to actually when women got the first vote. That's awesome.
Very cool.
It's really cool.
And like Laura as well, I would. I love me some dinosaurs.
Love me some brontosaurus.
Love to see some dinosaurs. I did write a comment about the first person who milked a cow and then drank it. But we're not.
Yeah,
who
did that?
What
was going through that?
I was genuinely about to say, but I'll not lower the tone. And you've kind of gone, oh, that's a very interesting one.
But who did that?
Yeah,
who thought?
I mean, they'll have thought the calves were drinking it and just out of curiosity thought, I wonder what it tastes. No, it's still weird.
It's really weird.
However you sum this up, it's still weird.
The milk guy's weird. We're all weird. We all drink milk.
And then, just to say, I didn't... the one we talked about at the beginning about see where I grew up from throughout different ages.
Yeah.
I do have a little note of that there, look, just so you can witness I didn't just follow on. So I suppose it was one of mine, the bonus.
It was. You had 4. Told you, I'm not silly. I can count.
Oh, you know when you're in a hole, you need to stop digging, don't you?
Yeah.
Sorry. So there we are. So that's our time travel moments.
Yeah.
Your time travel moments.
It's been good.
If you want to, next week on the show we'll do kind of a mop up of the previous week's show. We'll continue to do that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you want to comment and add your time travel moments, and we'll round them off next week before we start next week's official topic, which is names.
Yes, we did
Nicknames,
this, didn't we?
Surnames that you like, surnames that you don't like, funny names.
Yeah.
Anything
Anything sort of
name-related.
like, as well, if you work in a job that requires you to deal with like lots of contacts and that sort of thing. You know, we're not wanting contact information or anything, but you know, like if you came across something in your working day that we were like, that's a really funny name.
Yes.
Then
I've got one already.
that would work.
Got one already. Love that.
So
So we'll put some posts up on social media throughout the week. All the links to our social medias are in the comments below.
Yep.
I'll just let you know we've got the website at normanthefringe.com. On Twitter we are at Norman Fringe, and if you search for us on Facebook, search and like Norman the Fringe as well. We do tend to get more stuff on Facebook than
I
Twitter.
think Facebook's just a little bit more
Seems to be a bit more
comfy.
there.
Yeah,
perhaps.
We're both on Instagram now as well.
We are. Yes, I've been kind of converted.
Well, you yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
encouraged. Encouraged is
Yeah.
the word.
Yeah.
Encouraged.
So we're both on Instagram now as well. So if you want to just hang out with us and say hi.
Come pop onto
you can.
Instagram. So it's Lady Livers.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm Lady_Livers.
Yep. And I'm Mr_Livers. So pop onto Instagram and say hello on there. There's loads of the thing we enjoy most about doing this sort of stuff, when we did a little dabbler podcasts previously, which you can check out on normthefringe.com, and radio bits and bobs and stuff, is interaction.
It's just the interaction more
Yeah.
than anything. We like
saying
your
hello.
interaction. It's not just for show stuff. We just genuinely like to chat and just find out what your opinions are on things and stuff like that. So it's really cool. So this one's been really great. We had quite a few there, and we're just wanting stuff for like names as well. So that'll be good.
And just to round off on the comments thing, I must give a mention to our friend on Facebook and Twitter, Camilla, who is in Poland, I believe. And one of her comments, because we've done a couple of build-up things, as you've seen the kind of a studio development video on YouTube. Excuse me. And Camilla said, "I just love to hear you both. Such crazy smart minds."
Oh, that's sweet.
That's lovely.
And actually, can I add something as well?
Of course, yeah.
Because we're doing like a bit of we weren't quite sure what to call it, but it's sort of like our Star of the Week type thing.
Yes.
Sort of our person.
Social media champion.
Yeah, I think I don't know. We're going to work on a name for it,
Yes.
but I wanted to kind of put it in this one because we're nearly towards the end of September.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure she'll be thrilled with this anyway because I think it's a brilliant thing. But I want to it's sort of like a thing that we're going to like maybe nominate someone, or you guys can nominate somebody that you think has done a really good job this that week or that month or whatever.
Something positive.
Yeah, something positive. They could have shared something really nice. They could have done something for charity, something that you think's really worth it. And I want to give a shout out to this one. I'm going to get the ball rolling with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give a shout out to my friend Rebecca, who has been doing a Just Giving type thing for cancer this month. You probably know loads of people that are doing this. It's a walk. You have to walk 10,000 steps a day.
Oh yeah.
For cancer. And you get you have to mark it on a pedometer, and you get sponsors for doing it and that sort of thing.
My sister's been doing it as well.
Yeah.
Jo, she's been hitting the target.
Yeah.
Hitting the target. It's good.
I think Rebecca's been fantastic with it. I wanted to really nominate her. Everybody's sort of personally affected by cancer, so it's a really important thing to kind of bring home. And she's been absolutely killing the target. Absolutely just amazing with it.
She has literally been walking all over it.
Yes.
The target.
Yes. She even went to Canada for a week for her brother's wedding, and she still made those steps, even when she was on the plane. And in times where she was travelling and she was really, really struggling, she even sort of made up doubly the following day. She's just been absolutely fantastic. She killed it on the wedding day, apparently. She walked so many steps.
She's not just got to the kind of 10,000 and then done, I've done it.
She's just gone above and beyond it all the time, and I think she just gets the recognition. And what I want to do is maybe pop up her Just Giving link, sort of on our Facebook or something like that, and see if anybody wants to give her any sort of sponsors, even if it's just 50p, a pound would be great, because we're towards the end of September now, not many days left. But I'm sure she's got a Just Giving open just a little bit past September to get any more. But
just
really
to give you an
to
idea on some of the days, I mean, we're talking 24,000 steps here.
Well, she's done quite a few steps.
Incredible.
I don't know the figures exactly.
I think one of them that stood out to me was one that you showed me.
She did one. I think it was on one of the days, and she was just kind of like, oh, it's been a bit of a slow day today. It's been like 13,000. So she's Superwoman. She's absolutely fantastic, and she's got a heart of gold as well. And I just think she's probably going to be like, oh, why are you gushing about me? Why are you doing this? But I just wanted to say that we really admire you, and we want to try and get you to your target. So that's my little trying to help contribution.
So Rebecca is our social, we'll call it that for a working title, our social media champion, the person that's showing something good and something positive. Social media can be a lot. It's very easy to be negative, a lot harder to be positive. Yeah. And we're all about the positive.
Yeah. So she's our like positive poster of the week. There you go.
You heard it here first, folks.
I've done it. There you go. So Rebecca's our first. Thank you very much, Rebecca.
Brilliant stuff. Right. Let us wrap up then, shall we?
Yes.
We hope that you've enjoyed the show. We've got our way through it, and we hope you can join us next time. We'd love to have your company. Meanwhile, go to the website at normandthefringe.com to catch up on our show notes, and you can subscribe there as well if you want to receive all our updates in your inbox for free. We're on iTunes as well, and we have some Amazon and eBay links on the website, so if you're doing some shopping, pop onto those. We'll give you some more information in the links below as well for that. And that's it. Thank you again for being part of it. Thank you for your comments. We genuinely couldn't do it without you. So thank you. And as we always say, if you didn't enjoy the show, tell us. If you did enjoy the show,
tell everyone.
Yeah. Finish.
So ready for
it. Are we doing it?
Oh my gosh, this is not that video again. I can't do it this hand.
10 seconds.
Oh no. This is so the pilot episode, you can so tell. It's shocking.
Until next Thursday, have a great week. Catch up on social media.
I did it.